When I initially walked up to the turning point in Westfield, New Jersey, my mother and I were greeted by the host. He asked how many, and I replied by saying, 2, please. My mom then asked if there was a wait, and the host replied by telling us that there was a 15-minute wait and that we could sit in their waiting room, laid-back laptop lounge. Walking up to the turning point, it showcases nice clear doors with white trims and white paneling around it. The turning point is written in green letters with breakfast, brunch, and lunch written under it. The parking lot was not directly behind the store, however, because it was a downtown parking lot. Walking in for the first time, it was very pretty, showcasing a lot of wood, both white and a dark stain, and green plants, and it was very well lit. The food was presented in a very nice way, with the omelet on one side and tomatoes separating my omelet and potatoes in a straight line. I could tell that the presentation of my food had taken time to prepare. The waiter was nice and timely with bringing us our water. However, he took longer bringing us our smoothie and hot chocolate. Our food came in a timely fashion. However, our waiter did not check on us to see how our food was or if we needed more drinks. Walking up to the turning point, I was impressed by the looks of it both inside and out, and it had a very nice vibe to the store. Our host was really nice and made sure that we were taken care of and took care of us as soon as we walked in. My mother and I walked in through the clear and white door, and we were greeted almost immediately after walking in. The host asked us right away how many people we had and informed us about the 15-minute wait after my mother asked. The whole interaction was about 30 seconds long. The service at the turning point was fairly quick. My mother and I did not order things that would take too long, so we were served about 15 to 20 minutes after our waiter took our order. Questions asked were, how many are you? What drink would you like to drink? Are you ready to order? How was everything? Do you need anything? Would you like some more water? Our waiter really wanted to sell the Hawaiian wheat French toast to my mom because it was one of his favorites, and he told us not to get a wrap because they weren't that good compared to the other items on the menu. My mother got the quinoa bowl with chicken, and the chicken only costed $2.95 more to add to the bowl, and this was an upselling technique because the restaurant wanted to add something to the meal and didn't make it cost too much. There were no value-added practices used during our time at the turning point. Some interpersonal skills were the host stating his purpose clearly when he said, there looks like there is a 15-minute wait. Would you folks like to sit in the waiting room until then? Showing understanding when I asked if I could replace the English muffin with potatoes because of my allergy. Showing understanding by reading our order back to us to make sure he got everything down before handing it into the kitchen. Inviting feedback when he asked us how our meal was when we asked for the check, and asking for our opinion on the food. The general experience of the facility was very nice and clean. It had nice lighting with both the windows and lights inside. The tables and floors were kept nicely and were cleaned after every group that dined. Their food and beverages were overall very nice quality. They offered a variety of healthy breakfast and lunch options, and being gluten-free, it was easy for me to pick something that I wanted and replace one food item instead of having the other one. The table was set very nicely when we first got there with a cup on the left and our utensils on top of a clean placemat. The place was very nicely designed and created a layback setting with all the colors and plants and use of wood. The food was very presentable as well.